Okay, there's a little hour. We absolutely what I hear. Step of night. Let's continue our relive past adventure of Realm Reborn. I should have teleported. Welcome to Quickset, friend. I'm tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself too. Oh, it's you, Raloon. And where I was spouting the same tired line. Minuet sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventure of the moment. That ain't no small prize coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to me prattle. Doublers, you are eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Into the Copperbear Hell. The petitioner out to be arriving any moment now. Gods Almighty, another second under the sun and I would have been set afire. A tank and a veil, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. If just so happened the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Oh, why isn't my good friend alone? Huh? It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. What the fuck is Papashan? I think we know him. Mayhap you like to appraise Raloon of her mission? Oh, yes, so we do know her. Bloody hell. Because we are from Ul'dah, originally, not from Limsa Lominsa. Yes, of course, the petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagia and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to unfortunate development of copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the Hectocheries, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Throne Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply the trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about the treatment at the hands of the ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It is no wonder they are angry. Don't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used to use their Haktor cherries to work the mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But it is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed and the slave rose up against the masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hectacheries, our ancestor included the collapse of the mine's lowest levels. So it was that the greatest giant revolt was ended, buried beneath the 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there's been an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so us to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and find the giant. God, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to be too near the garage. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at the Copper Bell mine, so as long as they remain, for the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. We will not deny the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put the end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservation, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, copper mines in the western Alaska. Take care now, you hear? One last thing before you depart. An employee of Amija & Sons is presently at the Quicksands. The fellow named Painted Mesa, and he knows copper mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa, you found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in the Copper Bell, are you? You've got the guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hectocheries left the place in the right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copper Bell was old when the second Uid dynasty was young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed to be rebuilt in the effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under the mountain worth of a rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our mines dug up some they are bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery grind and the halt for what out to build with. The stone torch is keeping watch over the entrance in case the giant fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation rests on you, friends. Best of luck. There's been an incident inside Copper Mine's bells. We are to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety I suggest you stay well away from here. What, you're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hectocronies? I didn't think the Papashan would be able to find someone so quick. Is that all? The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready the best you can, and enter at will. Where's the lift? Let's go to the depths. Bye bye. Nothing interesting here. Switchy chamber. Clear! Oh, rude. Poor giant. robots. Boom. Bloody giant. Hey, hey, hey! And giants are no more. Kom hier, old fella. Ooh. We going? No, we're going anywhere. We're staying here with me. Yeah? You want the cuddle? Here we go, got a cuddle. Malta cuddly montagna. That's a bit lonely with no Apollo, are ya? Okay, let's go hand in. Ah, the conqueror of the Copper Belt returns. Thanks to you, our minim operation can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. I'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid it with my own coin. What rot? You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford muggy mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blade, you know. Help keep the streets safe and law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to save me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 me be my witness. What are you doing? Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with me a coin I'd save. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hell are you when you are home? The dog's master? I had enough of this mummy's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. On the town. Not bad for an adventurer. It's nice and easy. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Okay, where the hell are you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you. I'll try over. I swear there was more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years of calamity. What are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived in the immediate aftermath of calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like these aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk it is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ulda has a reputation for being prosperous, and it's natural that the refugee would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I wouldn't be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take turn for the worse, we always have immortal flames. Others say the brass blades would welcome the help. The heroes who fought the Gallian army patrolling the streets of Riffraff. It may well come to that. Improvised and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What becomes of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo Dandelions. Get your Dodo Dandelions, guaranteed cheapest in Tartan. Thank you for your custom, madame. Please come again. Looking around, you think that Ulda was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end of misery and suffering. Madame, are you alright? What now? We meet to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? So her by the meat, you say? That's absurd. I asked did I? Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what the monster would have done? I don't bear thinking about it. All's well what ends well. We meet again. Pray do mistake my intent, for it's always honourable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Uldar. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on no diplomatic mission should be, yet unfamiliarly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much of a flinch. You, my lady, quite a travel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all that's rewarded you could expect to receive. Such acceptance is a rare thing in this day and age. So Thancred is like Ishtola was where we started, because we changed the character, we changed the place we're starting at. So that's a bit confusion there. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one who I have been looking for. An adventurer possesses a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of the damsel is distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue you did, and this is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point I also have a burning interest in a certain talents of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, are you not? Well, it just happens I know a woman who shares the talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there's are benefits to being part of such collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing our potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now, we will think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak to Monodi, the ever-loved and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Telescience of the Seventh Dawn have found the woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Let's check something. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna... Things like this are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot to bother, come to see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you engage uni, eh? Because I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman whose woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Raloon, sorry to keep you waiting. I just providing guidance to a fresh off the Crane adventurer. And gods, it's good to see you safe as well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard in the giants in the dark. You've been beating the giant in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you succeed, of course, and neither did Papashan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there is a lass here who wants to word with you. Didn't actually know her name, but hearing her description, I knew she meant you right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, in truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Ave, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remember you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurous adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, that had fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, all of you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Ave once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to my village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Reborn, I shan't forget. Thank you, Reborn. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I don't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take care of the guild here, I didn't want to do with you lot, though I'd be right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for you, Reloon. What did you say? You want to know about Sign of the Seventh Dawn? They begin the move in earnest then. Listen, Reloon, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they are doing ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that if you are still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurer would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose in the kind of being Uldar. Anyway, I'd say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whatever you can trust the Signs of the Seven Dawns, you can. They are good people who are made it their mission to solve some of their yours and most pressing problems, cause that ain't no small task, and so they are always looking for desperate individuals to join them. Individuals like you. Now, I've been given a leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something the Ocean enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquarters in Vesper Bay, out in the western Thanalan. The place you are looking is called the Walking Sands. Give me a name, whoever at the center, and you'll be let in. You are a woman in demand, Reloon, and these days I had promised to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friends, Monodmodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. As alive ever breathe, you adventurer everyone's been talking about, aren't you? I take you've heard about the nasty business down near the Isumha. Surely you heard the stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there. Hey, don't give me a look. I've only telling you what I overheard from the whalers. They say on the other end of it is some sort of labyrinth. The thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, nothing is the same. A mystery if I ever heard one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to tell you to stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trapped corridors, going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure is awful tempting. Don't take my word for it though. Head down to Isumha and you can hear it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. Sorry, but I must insist that you are adventurer, that rather seasoned-looking one besides. On off chance you are not simply here to go, perhaps you can lend us a hand. You see, despite the fervent protestation of these dusk right over here, we cannot permit civilians within the ruins at this time. Capable men and women like you, on the other hand, are more than welcome. That is, if you got stories for it. Pray seek the other station at Quarry Mail. They can appraise you of the details. Well met, adventurer, I take it you have learned more of the recent happenings at Ishunham. The site of interest owing to the Galmoran ruins, Galmora being the underground city which predates Gridania in case you were unaware. Any roads, a few days past we received reports from several anthropologists that the magical gateway to some sort of had appeared in the ruins, and that all manners of creatures were coming and going through it. My men and I were among the first to examine it, and well, it's hard to explain. We crossed the threshold into a set of corridors we'd never seen before, and then suddenly each and every one of us filled with an inexplicable sense of dread. It was all I could do to take a single step. According to Iuna Koto, who accompanies us, the ruins are warded with powerful magic that sap the spirits and ether, all of who enter, rendering them easy prey for the creatures within. Thankfully, he managed to devise a solution. Ether pool arms and armor which safeguard and channels the wildest energy that they think withstand the ruins' magic. Unfortunately, it does little to prevent us from losing our way, though it's beggars belief every time we have dared to venture into the ruins, we have found the path to be changed. We suspect this may be the work of our unfathomably powerful mage. Needless to say, something strange is afoot, and traditional tactics are not like to suffice. Even experienced adventurers need to proceed with caution. In any event, if you believe you have what it takes to brave the ruins and discover what secret lies in the depths, you need but to say a word.